I'm angry. I'm upset. I need your help. And there's a divorce going on in my shop. Well, my friends, I do believe that it's a 2-burner day. It's cold enough out here, we're going to have to light 2 of these things. Let's see how long this takes. There we go. And 2 burners. I'm really upset. I really am, and I got to apologize to you guys for this. I am so upset, and I need your help. This is what I'm upset about. See my engine? Everything's been removed. Well, almost everything. I haven't pulled the vibration damper or the timing cover off. But other than that, everything has been removed. The engine's completely stripped down, which was intentional. I did that on purpose. But I spent half a day doing it and filming it with all sorts of witty commentary and everything else. So I was going to make a video out of doing that. And then I deleted all the footage before I even got it on my computer. Oh. Anyway, sorry about that, guys. I know you wanted to see that, but nothing I can do about it. I really pride myself of having a real channel where I don't make stuff up. I mean, if I do, it's obvious. You know, it's for a gag. But I don't, like, manufacture. I won't put this engine back together so that you can watch me tear it apart. It's just, that would be just fake, and I'm not going to do that. So, anyway. Let's go to the part where I need your help. I have to paint this engine. Well, I mean, I don't have to, but I want to. And I'm trying to figure out what color. Now, I'm going to copper coat this. It's going to have electroplated copper on the timing cover. And I'm going to electroplate the valve cover and the push rod cover, both in copper. I also intend on plating this in copper, the thermostat housing. I want to know what else I should electroplate in copper. Now, obviously I can't do the block or the heads because, you know, there's just too many sensitive parts and you don't want to put plating where it doesn't belong, and it would be just silly to try to copper plate an entire engine. Although I'm sure it could be done, and somebody in Dubai probably has. But we're not in Dubai, and I'm not doing it. So, what else do you guys think I should copper plate? And then what color should I paint the block? Now, I'm going to put black paint on it to give it a nice solid base to go underneath whatever color the final color is. This here is one of my options. It is called Hammer Forged Paint and Primer in One Universal Rust-Oleum paint, and it has like a hammered finish, and it's silver. It's actually a pretty cool looking color. Thought about doing that. I don't know. I want to do all the pulleys in black, all the brackets in black, and then the engine in another color that will work with the copper. So I would like your recommendations. What color do you think I should paint it? And please don't say Ford blue. I'm not going to paint it Ford blue because everybody paints it Ford blue. And I'm not painting it Chevy orange. That's just silly. So, give me a unique color. Tell me what you think, and it'll help me make my decision. Well, now that I've got the engine this far apart, I'm going to have to pull it out of the car. I know I was debating on whether or not to pull it out of the car, but I really need to paint behind the motor mounts, and I need to pull the pan off and check everything in there. I've got to get the transmission out of it so I can clean it up. And as you can see right here from the clutch linkage from when it was in a pickup truck, this engine had a manual transmission. And so in the end of the crankshaft is a pilot bushing. Well, that's still in there, and I got to get that out of there somehow. And that way the torque converter will fit. And once I get this all painted and cleaned up and all the extra parts off of it and the transmission all pretty, I'm gonna put it back together, put it in, and start building the exhaust system. And once that's done, we're going to start this engine up, and you're going to get a first start. Now, I know I mentioned a divorce in the beginning, and that's really what this is like, because the Ford 300 has the intake manifold and the exhaust manifold bolted together. And so often, these bolts just fuse into the exhaust manifold, and it's just a nightmare to get them apart. I've watched other videos where guys have broken the manifold trying to get it in two. Hopefully that doesn't happen here. We'll see. This could go well, and this could go very badly. So that's why I liken it to a divorce. I mean, I've seen on occasion where a divorce goes pretty smooth, and most of the time it's just an ugly, ugly, ugly thing. And so let's get this started and see if we can make this work. All right, time for the divorce. Let's see, I've got 3 bolts, I believe, to pull out. There's one here and there's 2 on the other side. So I'm going to use the breaker bar to try to get it loose here. We'll start out with that, because I don't know how this is going to work. Oh, look at that. That came right loose. Ooh. This is a good sign. You never know with manifolds, you know. Oh, there's another one underneath. Let's see if this one comes loose just as easily. Oh no, of course not. All right, let's go get another tool. That was a liar. That's what that was. That first one. Let's see if the second one comes off without twisting it off here. So this is like using an impact wrench when you don't have one. Dead blow hammer. Now box end wrench, and something's giving. What's giving? We shall find out. Hopefully it's unscrewing and not twisting off. Appears to be coming off like it's supposed to. This was the one I was most worried about because it's on the exhaust side. But we are not, by any stretch of the imagination, out of the woods yet. Now you may be wondering why I'm even taking this apart. I'm taking this apart because this manifold setup is from the 1980s. And I know that the intake manifold and the exhaust manifold are equally at fault here. But the exhaust manifold is the only thing I can really do anything about right now. I wanted to get a 4-barrel intake for this. The wait time to get one from Offenhauser is incredibly long and very expensive. You're looking at right around $450 to $500 by the time you end up buying it and shipping it. And you have to wait an indeterminate amount of time. They're not giving anybody a timeline. It's just, you'll get it when you get it. We'll take your money. You order it, we'll take your money, and then we'll get it to you when we get it to you. Well, I'm not doing that. So I'm not getting that one. The other one is made in Australia, because these engines are really popular in Australia. But it's also very expensive. I don't think there's as much of a wait time on that one. But it's expensive. Lots of money. Let's put this bad boy in the vise. Like that. And now let's see about getting it off the top here. We have 2 bolts here, and I think that's everything. Let's see if they come out. Oh yeah. This one's gonna come. This one's gonna come off of there, I do believe. It's kind of crunchy. I don't care if it twists off though, because I'm not keeping the exhaust manifold. So even though I'm stuck with this intake manifold, I am not stuck with the exhaust manifold. I can go to the wrecking yard and I can get the exhaust manifold for an EFI engine, and that is dual exhaust. The front 3 and the back 3 on their own pipe. Now Ford went and got silly. They went through all the trouble for split headers and they still ran single exhaust. Well, I'm not going to do that. I'm running dual exhaust all the way out the back. But that's going to help me do that. So I only have 3 cylinders on each side. Now let's do a little bit of persuasion. You know, I watch Power Nation do this, another YouTube channel, and when they tried to pull this apart on the one they had, they broke it. But this one I did not break. So I'm curious, and I'm going to find out what, if any, use this is to me with the other intake manifold or exhaust manifold. But probably nothing, because when I've seen pictures of the exhaust manifolds, there's nothing for that to heat up the carburetor. So we'll see how that works out. But regardless, here we have it, folks. The divorce is complete. It's finalized. All the papers are filed. And it was not nearly as painful as I thought it was going to be. It's got quite a reputation for painful divorces when it comes to these 2 parts on this particular engine. But I really did well. And I got real fortunate, and I'm happy. I got them apart. Now to go get the correct manifolds for my application. You can do me a favor by liking and subscribing this video and sharing it if you can. Thanks for watching.